It was the sensation that followed the celebration. News that Des Hasler was leaving his beloved Seagulls after winning a premiership title and heading from Brookvale to Belmore. Well, tonight Des returns to his old stomping ground for the first time, and to add to the occasion, he brings a Canterbury team who sit on top of the competition ladder alongside the Melbourne Storm. Such a build-up to this one. We can tell you Des did not need a helicopter to get into Brookvale tonight. In fact, Andrew Johns, I saw you talking to him earlier. How was his arrival?
It was low-key, actually. I was up in the grandstand watching him walk in. I was expecting all sorts of shenanigans, but the only person to meet him was the security guard who walked him in. He's nice and relaxed, as you can see on screen there, Des. I don't know, it's some sort of mantra. But he said his team's nice and relaxed also. No massive build-up, so I don't know if we'll see fireworks tonight, Stella. This is the way the Eagles line up. Fullback, Dean Farray. On the wings, George Tafua and David Williams. In the centres, co-captain Jamie Lyon and Steve Maddai. 5'8", Kieran Foran, halfback Daly Cherry Evans. In the back row, Anthony Watmo, Glenn Stewart back, and Tony Williams. In the front row, co-captain Jason King, hooker Matt Ballon, and Brent Kite. Interchange Jamie Hura, Joe Nullavow, Darcy Lussick, George Rose, and they're coached by Jeff Tuvey.
Ben Barber at fullback, on the wings Sam Perrott and Jonathan Wright. The centre pairing Josh Morris and Krishnan Inu, Josh Reynolds and Chris Keating, again the halves. Back row is Greg Eastwood, Frank Pritchard, and Josh Jackson comes into the run-on team behind Aidan Tolman, the skipper Michael Ennis and Sam Cassiano. The interchange David Stagg drops back with James Graham, Dale Finucane and Corey Payne, and they are coached by Des Hasler.
Bundaberg Friday night football from Brookvale Oval. Ben Cummins, Brett Suddle, referees for this one. Dogs go a little shallow with a kick-off. And Glenn Stewart is the man to catch it. And Stewart in only his 8th game for the season, back from that knee injury now. And this Bulldogs side that flew the boxes last week against Parramatta. At 10 on the board before you blinked. Here's Williams. 3 in the tackle. Young Jackson went low there. Big thrill for him tonight. Only his 3rd game of first grade. He finds himself in a game like this, at a cauldron like this. As now Watmo is met by the Bulldogs front row. Inu gets involved as well. Ballon hurdles over the top of the ball. And is now with it. Jackson and Cassiano are there right on halfway. So Manly negotiate the first set of 6. Cherry Evans to kick. He was very good last week, particularly in the first half against Newcastle. His first kick of the night finds the line. And I think Jeff Tuvey would be happy with what he's just seen in the opening minute.
I don't think his players will be quite content with that set of 6. Very good charge from Tony Williams, attracting 4 and 5 defenders. Not exactly sure whether that man there, Daly Cherry Evans, meant to find touch. The torpedo headed that way, and they play good field position. And always a good sign with a player coming back from injury. They're not carrying strapping. And Glenn Stewart hurt his right knee here against Melbourne back in round 15. Well, he comes in tonight with no strapping around that.
Home fans have got the chant up early. The 115th meeting of these two clubs, and the 54th time they have clashed here at Brookvale, and Manly ahead in both those counts. Eastwood tackled short of the 20. And now Pritchard will go on a run in what shapes as the land of the Giants in some respects with some of these forwards here tonight. There's some big hombres out there, as now Josh Morris is tackled 15 short of halfway. Keating to Pritchard. Oh, and Cassiano's been put down. Wowee! Up came Jason King, the Manly co-captain, and Dogzilla is shaken. Was this in the script? Yes, indeed. Great stuff. As Reynolds gets a kick away, George Tafua will bring it back. Wow, did you see that coming? As now Manly straight away attack down that left side with Maddo to halfway. Well, boy, they've brought the crowd into the game early, not that they were going to be out of it. Tony Williams walking, still makes 10 metres. Tackled there by Eastwood and Ennis. They're 40 away from the Bulldogs line. I've not seen that happen to Cassiano in his first grade time. He's now Kite with it. He makes another 10. Pritchard and Cassiano, the tacklers. Here is Ballon, passes for Cherry Evans, working on the right side, and King was almost through. He's moving freely. The Seagulls front row, and now Foran takes a run at them. Just launched himself at the Bulldogs defence. Last tackle, big set from the Seagulls. Cherry Evans can't offload as he weaved his way through traffic like a bike courier there, but couldn't deliver the parcel.
How good's that first 3.5 minutes? Big defence from both teams. Excellent tackle from Michael Ennis on Jason King. And Sam Cassiano, well, he's still shaking the head a little bit after the Jason King confrontation. That's one way to cope with the forwards. Get up quickly in their face. That's Perrott.
He will come looking for work in his third game in the blue and white tonight. Bulldogs a little bunch there, and Ennis realised that, had to take the run. Last time they won here at Brookvale, Ennis outstanding. Man of the match, that was in 2010. Reynolds kicks from inside the 40. He's got a fair bit on it. He got it over the head of Tafua. And now between Faray and Tafua, they have a little meeting, and it's decided that Faray be the ball carrier. And Manly are back inside their 20. That was a good counter set from the Bulldogs. Well, certainly the kick at the end of it was good. Maddai makes a difference, doesn't he, back in the side. You go through their ranks. There's been a lot of good players, miss a lot of football this year for Manly. Tonight to have Maddai and Tony Williams, Glenn Stewart all out there on the same night. Stewart still missing as Watmo makes 10 and ducks away in typical Watmo fashion. Cherry Evans to Stewart. Stewart's offloaded. Back comes Lyon. It's almost away. Good tackle from Ennis. 32 from the Bulldogs line. Ballon takes off. Tries a chip. Barber's getting across there. Ballon's got it back. Ballon has tackled half a minute short of the line of the last. What a bounce from Ballon, pulled it in off the string. Now Cherry Evans, it's hit the post padding, and big Sam Cassiano there to take the ball. This is quite sensational. 5.5 minutes. It is already the match of the year. And Tolman has tackled almost back to the 20.
Yeah, well, it's one thing to be sitting on top of the table. It's another thing to know that your team is ready for big match football like this atmosphere tonight. So they'll get their test here tonight, the Bulldogs. Manly look really up for this contest, and as we know, they've all played in plenty of big games over the last 4 or 5 seasons.
Reynolds' kick came off the back of Watmo, an unassuming Watmo, and into the arms of Kite. So that's a nice piggyback for Manly, getting the ball outside their 40. And now quickly into Bulldogs territory.
And a lot of energy in this Manly attack as there's a missed kick there from Josh Reynolds. They go wide to the left side. Tony Williams again brushing off a couple.
Yeah, it was Jackson he beat first up. Ninu there to finish him off with Tolman. Jackson eventually got hold of Big Tony. Now King, who lumbers forward into Eastwood, and Tolman. But Manly again, getting down to the danger zone. Foran with a dummy. Good to see him running. Kieran Foran, you've got to admit, he's been off his game. Season punctuated by injury. 4 tackles down for Manly. Cherry Evans will bomb across field out towards the wing of right. Up he goes, and Ryder's got it and caught in midair. A little unfortunate. There's no doubt. It's my opinion Wolf Ben was competing for the ball, and then he's made the grab on the way down. I mean, that's not dangerous, is it, Gus?
Well, that's not what the rule was for. The rule about the mid-air tackle was coming through and whipping the legs out from underneath a player who was jumping, and that's one part of the interpretation that I do not agree with. There is no problem with that tackle coming down. Love the Manly attack in the early stages tonight. Very, very straightforward. Just take the metres in front of you and challenge the man in front of you. Nothing fancy, not a lot of side to side. Really physical with the ball, dishing out some punishment and challenging the Bulldogs to miss tackles.
So Bulldogs in possession, and Cassiano's got another touch, and there's the skills. Keating on to Morris. He'll take on Cherry Evans, and the little number 7 gets in under the armpits here to make the tackle. Quick play the ball, away goes right. He's got him turned around. Lyon's got hold of the jumper, and now a leg. And 28 metres away from the Manly line. The Bulldogs' best chance of the night, but 4 tackles down. Pritchard onto Tolman, then for Ennis. Ennis away to Reynolds, out the back. Here's Barber, decides to kick, has turned it around. Faray's getting across there and does a good job. He's headed for the sideline, into the arms of Barber. Oh, can you believe it? This bloke, he can win Lotto Oz Lotto. Powerball all in the same week at the moment. What a try for Benny Barber.
Well, he puts himself in the game, does Ben Barber. And Dean Faray, it looked like he was going over the sideline. It would have been better if he had. Excellent counter-attack. They come from their own end of the field, the Bulldogs. Barber kicking deliberately for his outside men. It set up nicely for Faray, but he stayed upright. And the Bulldog defenders did a good job to keep him upright. And he threw the unfortunate pass back inside to the other number 1.
Inu with a conversion attempt. Smile, tongue out. 21 metres away. Not his best kick, but still successful. 6-0, Andrew John's sideline.
Yeah, look at him. He's been to the barber during the week. He's looking sharp. But here he is. He puts the ball through. Only this man can come up with a try from here. The ball goes out on the Kuno replay, and there he is. Fair income, the form he's in. And the magician he is, he can buy me a scratchy tomorrow. Just want you to watch this thing on Cassiano here. Have a look at the width of the play, and he plays like a halfback. That gets him right at the edge of the ruck of Manly. This is worrying terms. The width of the pass to Cassiano.
And kick finds the grass and a second bounce, in fact. And there's King coming up looking again. As Graham gets his first touch of the night and was smashed. Tell you what, we've mentioned all the gambling possibilities there. I had Powerball, Oz Lotto Lotto. Joey's had Keno and the Scratchy. I take it he's a lucky man, Ben Barber. This was the restart. Graham's first touch of the night. In the meantime, the Bulldogs get a penalty.
And that's a bad penalty to give away, because they'd done a great job. The kickoff was a beauty, bounced around. That was third tackle, and they were only 15 metres out from their own line. See some war wounds already there for Jason King. He's leading by example defensively out there.
Jason,
and
just
running
go to the back, mate. You got blood, don't wipe it.
But that was a let-off for the Dogs.
Just got blood down the side of the ear.
They would have been kicking from deep in their own territory.
Manly last week kept scoreless against Newcastle in the first half, trailed 10-0 at the break. In fact, only got the 1 try for the night, but a scoreless first 40 minutes. And the number of points they conceded in the second half over the last couple of weeks is a concern. 46 on for size. They're not good stats. As Ennis has the ball, 35 out from the Bulldogs line. Oh, and if they come again, Madai came up on young Jackson. He was rocked in it. We are seeing some collisions tonight. And all of that in the first 12 minutes. Ennis and Eastwood, and it comes. Pritchard on the spin this time. Bulldogs 5 metres inside Manly territory. They play flat. Graham onto the ball. He's into the game early tonight.
Yeah, for Cassiano. Normally comes in after 20 minutes. It was after 10 tonight as Reynolds goes high.
And Graham's got some blood on the face as well. This one down to Tafu. Oh, the young bloke has lost it. The Bulldogs have got it. It's the centre Inu who's held up on the line. Almost a second try from a kick for the Blue and Whites. Bulldogs on the march. The team with 7 straight wins under their belt. And Jackson almost crawled across the line there. Ennis, they go short there to Eastwood. Up came Watmo. Eastwood tried to offload and then almost lost it between the legs.
They tried that play last week and then doubled it up with this one.
Now Tolman back to Ennis. On comes to Keating. Nice work. Pritchard tried to save the Lion. Pritchard was almost in full stride. Here is Ennis in front of the post. He's offloaded. Pritchard gets another crack. Now Graham. He's offloaded. Reynolds with the ball. 10 away from the line. Here is Inu dancing. 5 away. He's offloaded. Reynolds has got it back and scrambled from Manly. Personified there. As Tafua made the tackle now. Eastwood again. He's flicked it out the back. Keating's got it. Thought about kicking. Now links up with Pritchard. Tries a step. Taken off his feet there by Ballon. Championship defence here by Manly in this set. Keating kicks across for the wing of right. Up goes the Wolfman. He's got it. Close to the sideline. He's over. And the decision is it will be a scrum.
Well, haven't they done well, the Bulldogs? They've taken all the wax and belts and energy of the home side to deliver in the opening stages, and they've come back with plenty of pressure of their own. And on the back of some good kicking game and some physical chase, they've got Manly back under pressure. It's a tremendous bounce back from the Bulldogs.
And that was Ben Barber showing the strength to get David Williams over to the sideline. Manly captain or co-captain Jamie Lyon questioning that. It appeared as though the point of the ball touched the white line, and that's enough.
That was great defence by Manly too. Gee whiz, the Bulldogs threw some at them.
A tackle line on Pritchard, Gus, to stop a bloke like that, 115 kilos, about to hit top gear. Wonderful tackle. Here is Graham standing outside the scrum. Reynolds has got a kick. Here's a trick shot from the Dogs. Look who's there. It's Perrott, who has his first try as a Bulldog. Well, they've come here, Desi's men, with a few magic tricks, and they've produced one right there.
And you've got to love it when it comes off. You don't often see kick from scrum wins. We've seen a couple from the Dragons be successful, and this is just beautifully done. Bringing the players up from Manly. The kick was coming to the outside men. They knew it was on. James Graham at 5'8", second man to Josh Reynolds, and this had to be good, and it was. Onto the chest of Sam Perrott, mid-season bye.
There's now Inu with the conversion attempt. He's got another. The perfect start for the Bulldogs. 12-0, Joey.
Put this down to the maturity of the Bulldogs halves, growing all the time. Look at the kick earlier. The bomb goes up. This forces an error. Later in the set, Cooning kicks to the left side. This was earlier in the set. Now it goes on. Reynolds kick, rolls the dice, and kicks on the first play. That's great coaching, but it's the maturity of the halves.
Obviously the try to Perrott, the conversion from Inu. What odds about those two players 8 weeks ago being outside backs for the Bulldogs?
Well, it's 1,000 to 1. It's a million to 1. Perrott's playing his third game for them. Inu is playing his 7th tonight. And by the time I get to double figures, we might be talking grand final.
And Inu has already cracked 70 points in those 7 matches.
Bulldogs on their 20-metre line. 12-0 start. There's still points in his Manly side, don't worry about that. Twisting hold of the arm there from Anthony Watmo on Perrott. Before against doing a sort of twisting. There's now Eastwood, there's a penalty, Bulldogs. This is a big roll on here for Canterbury.
It sure is, and that's one way to silence the home crowd. I can't see an empty seat at this ground at the moment. I think we're at capacity here tonight. The hill is chock-a-block. There's nothing left in the grandstands. And for the Bulldogs to take the early pounding as they did and to bounce back like this, wow. This is a quality team.
3 straight penalties to the Bulldogs, 3-0 the count early. In the first 17.5 minutes, Graham to play it. He's been up around the 60-minute mark most of the year, could get longer tonight. Pritchard's got the ball, and almost has offloaded. It's been knocked down, Barber wanted it. And they've got the knock-on against Canterbury. Manly, boy, did they need that.
Yeah, they do, and I just wonder about the Manly mindset now. There's a lot of experienced players in this team, but they came out to physically assault the Bulldogs. They thought, our home turf, let's get out there and show them what we've got, and just set up to physically bash them in the early stages. Now they find themselves 12-0 behind. Do they go on with that mentality, or do they think, gee whiz, we better settle back and find some points? And that's a worrying mindset for them to be in.
Okay, Glenn, bind him in.
Replays show that Frank Pritchard might have been a little bit unlucky. That he offloaded, but he passed it back into the Manly player. Called knocked on as Manly win the scrum. Glenn Stewart, set move down the short side. Daly Cherry Evans.
Last week in the first half, Sherry Evans produced a 40-20 against Newcastle. It could come in handy in this set right now as Williams will run up over halfway, looking to add to that impressive tally of tries here. 27-23 games at Brookie as Kite feeds it on, 4 and away, and in comes Farray and a good tackle in.
Chris Keating just feeling a hamstring, the left leg. He goes to the right to the left side.
Tony Williams has straight through, stumbling. The T-Rex lost his footing. and still able to offload. Maddai's got the ball, 15 away, now 10. Manly, they show us what they've got. I said they got points in them. Ballon away to Cherry Evans. Kicks, he'll get it down the goal line. Lions batted it back. Oh, Stewart passes over the shoulder of David Williams.
Not touch Bulldogs.
There was a try on offer there.
Yeah, that was bad luck. I really think Steve Maddai had to pass the ball when Williams got the offload. There's the unlucky play at the back end of the set of 6. But when Williams stumbled his way through and then stood in a tackle and offloaded, the ball came back to Maddai. He had a heap of support out to the right, decided to run himself, and I reckon they missed an opportunity. Dogs dodged the bullet.
So they scored their first try against Parramatta last week. Jamie Lyon knocking the ball back. On this occasion, David Williams was there to pounce and was nearly the recipient again. James Graham taking the ball forward.
James Graham with 28 tackles and 18 hit-ups last Friday night against Parramatta. We're getting used to those sorts of numbers. Now in the dressing room, Sam Cassiano, live pictures coming through from there. Replaced after just the first 10 minutes tonight.
And that's why he came off early. He wasn't right after that first knock from Jason King. I know he featured prominently after that, but you could just tell that he didn't recover that well.
Last tackle here for the Bulldogs. And Ennis has got it away to Keating. He's had more treatment. Watch him get up. No, he's no good. He signalled to the sideline. Keating after kicking. He's gone. So there's a setback for Canterbury. Manly in possession with Faray, but you can see Keating. It's gone completely now. The left hamstring as Williams is punished there by the Bulldogs defence. They're getting Stagg ready to come on for Canterbury. He's actually played a little bit of 5'8", David Stagg, at his time. And Manly in possession. Inside their 40, Cherry Evans ran right up to the line to find Faray. I reckon Cherry Evans is just about back to his best form of last year. Now forward away, Maddai sends Tafua down the left side, and Tafua is roped in by Perrin and Reynolds. It's tackled Manly. They can kick across for the right wing. Wolfman wants to see it. Good pressure. The legs are attacked to Foran. That's all right. Barber's caught it on the fall. And you heard the voice of referee Cummins there saying that's okay. The challenge on the legs as Barber gets away and he's offloaded. Wright's got the ball. You can't look away here at the moment. Wright's back over halfway. Barber's down in back play for the Bulldogs. Oh boy, what a game this is. Graham now with the ball. Canterbury though, bottom line lead 12-0.
I think Barber's all right. I think his boot just came off. He just had to get his heel back into the shoe.
Eastwood has gone to the bench. Corey Payne is set out there for Canterbury. So word filtering through. We've lost our halfback in Keating. Reynolds into the halfback, obviously. And now they've stuck Payne in a dummy half. Plenty of blood off the head of King as Pritchard's offloaded. And Stagg will go awfully close with his first touch. Ennis a dummy half. Bulldogs perhaps closing in on their third try. Reynolds will try his luck with a kick again. Faray interception. And Manly have it on their own 10. And Manly need a penalty, something to go their way here.
Yep, something to get some possession going their way, because there are points in them. You're right, Bossy, that the straight running of Daly Cherry Evans and Kieran Foran is going to lead to something. Watmo out of dummy half.
And passing there for Stewart, who comes back over to the left side of the field. Ballon had to get out of his way. Collected there by Graham and also Tolman. Now Ballon onto Evans, who kicked from inside the 40, and he's got plenty on it. Daly Cherry Evans, but Barber's across there quickly. He's quicker than his own shadow, Benny Barber. He's tackled and lifted and taken back inside the 20. With a wailing cry of help from the referee. Barber slow to his feet, and suddenly the crowd is back in it again. For Manly trying to lift here their team. Need a big defensive set. Payne back to the 30-metre line for the Bulldogs. Watmo there with Stewart. Barber just getting his breath. And here is Morris. Joey will update us on Chris Keating shortly.
Yeah, emotionally, Manly are still in this game. They're right up for it. The scoreboard hasn't frightened them yet, but you'd have to think they'd love to be next to score.
got away from a charging Kieran Foran there at the defensive line. Last tackle, Tolman away to Reynolds, and this time he kicks long, perfectly placed. And Farray will watch it go over the sideline. It was from outside the 40. But what about this kid? He's every bit of first grader now, Josh Reynolds, and every bit of first grade 5'8".
Well, that's exactly what his side needed. They'd struggled a bit to get out of their own end. They needed a break. They needed to be at the other end of the field. And with Chris Keating off for what would appear to be the rest of the game, there'll be a lot more kicking duties coming his way as well, Josh Reynolds.
And this time next week, we're just hours away from the start of the London Olympic Games. Channel 9, your official broadcaster. A couple of weeks that's going to be. But you won't miss a thing as far as the football is concerned through all of that. Some big rounds in the National Rugby League and some big matches. Bulldogs, if they win tonight, will move ahead of Melbourne on the competition ladder. Tonight in the Toyota Cup, with a win over Manly, they've actually moved to the top of the table as well, pending other results this weekend with the likes of the Warriors and the Panthers at the top of the under-20s table. 22 that scoreline. It's a really nice synergy if they can win in first grade. As now Manly get a penalty, and the faithful rise to their feet.
Okay, now Manly get to start a set of 6 well inside the Bulldogs half of the field. And we know they're capable. There is points in this Manly side. Their minds are on the job despite the fact being 12 behind. But this could be a telling moment right here.
We'll have that full report on Keating in just a moment from Joey. We'll stick with the play for just a moment as George Rose gets his first touch. 20 metres away from the Bulldogs line. Ballon to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans on the Stewart. A dangerous right to Jamie Lyon. Like a comfy pair of slippers out on his right-hand side. Seeing Stewart and Lyon combine for Manly. Rain here at Brookvale. That adds a little bit to the script tonight and how this will be played out. From the line, Rose to play it. Ballon. Some of these Bulldogs quickly off the line, I thought. Williams held up by Graham. They could have pinged the Bulldogs there. Ballon's pass was poor. Foran picks it up. Poor pass from him. Lussick's got it on the fingertips. And Darcy Lussick almost away from the tackle there of Stagg. And Stagg pulled a leg, but no penalty. Last tackle, Cherry Evans. Again towards the post. But Bulldogs just too good. Reynolds back there for a line drop out for Canterbury.
Nice read by Reynolds. He saw that Cherry Evans kicked for the post last time in this place. This time he goes for the other upright, just misses it, but Reynolds is on spot. And just as well he was, because Foran was right there if the ball had found the turf. Now a back-to-back set of 6. Cherry Evans yelling out instructions what this set of 6 will involve.
15 to go!
Let's quickly get to Joey. That report on Chris Keating, Andrew.
Yeah, Chris Keating, he's on a hamstring. He's no chance of coming back. Sam Cassiano, my guess is the head clashed earlier in the game. I think he might have busted a cheekbone or an eye socket. I doubt if he'll be back also.
It's Tony Williams. He'll be in Bulldogs colours for the next 4 years, but tonight he's out on the left of Manly's attack and another penalty.
Can't work him over, Michael. Can't work him over. Not now.
Not in that long. They should probably get a room after the game.
Well, Manly, third set in a row. George Rose, they just take the tap, work it inside the 20. Great opportunity, building pressure.
Bulldogs up 12 points to 0. Ballon to Cherry Evans, gets across that 10-metre line. Stewart drops, stops, offloads. Now Lussick straightened. He saw a glimpse of the try line. Ballon busy as always. Watmo will get over the line just about. He's in reverse, but held up by Payne right on the Dogs line. Now Ballon will try Lussick. Darcy Lussick, one of the local juniors in this side, is held up. Still a metre away. Some of those Doggies again offside as Foran offloaded. And Georgie Rose shows us a step. Not at great speed, it must be said. And easy work for the defence of Tolman and Graham. Now Ballon, not their best set of the night as Foran passes out wide. Maddai just flips it on and Tafua was nowhere.
Well, Tafua anticipated the 5th tackle grubber kick. Instead, Foran runs the ball and throw wide to Maddai. And Maddai just tipped it on quickly, thinking his winger would be there. Doesn't grab a kick. Tafua's already headed off downfield. Maddai throws the pass, and the wingers overrun it. And there's 3 back-to-back sets of 6 from Manly. They come up with nothing.
Tremendous read by that man with the football now, Sam Perrott. He came up, put the pressure on, and Kristen Inu had gone across in behind him to cover in case the ball found an outside man. So it was nicely worked defensively as well.
Inu now passing as only Kristen Inu would do as he was falling. Tolman onto it. Bulldogs just outside their 30 now. Ennis on to Graham. Feeds it along for Payne. He's a good ball player too. Staying on to Morris. That is quite the battle, isn't it? This western side of the ground tonight. Morris up against Lyon, one of many attractions here tonight. Now for Tolman. Bit of a collision there with Lussick. He's offloaded as well. Barber's the right man to get it. Then for Ennis. Floats it out wide for Inu. He's got Perrott in support. Inu half knocked off his feet. And then tackled by Watmo. Burnley again under a bit of pressure. Watmo 17 tackles tonight. Ballin's up to 20 already. Got to 60 last week against Newcastle. Reynolds' kick is knocked down. Bulldogs have got it. They're saying play that. And the Bulldogs get another set to start 35 out from the line.
Yeah, Manly didn't need that, did they? I don't know about charge down sometimes. There's a time and place.
And here is Graham. And Graham almost through. He's still waiting on his first try for the Dogs. Scored plenty at his time at St Helens, but none out in Australia just yet. Now Pritchard is not offloaded. With the left arm free. Ennis maybe considering a sneaky little shot here. Has passed it on to Reynolds. Reynolds out the back to Barber. Quickly on to Inu. He's kicked. He's turned around to Tafua again. And Tafua, big relief. Over the dead ball line.
All the way! That's a let-off for Manly. I'm not sure about that play either. Manly back on the back foot there, and Inu's let them off fairly lightly.
About the speed of the game too, boys. At the rate these two teams are going through the first 31 minutes.
Well, it's frantic. I couldn't believe it. I just looked up there and half an hour has gone into the final 10 minutes going into the second half as Cherry Evans can't duck under a tackle. And that might play a role when it comes to the fatigue factor if the Dogs are already down to 15, as it may be the case.
And there's a lost ball.
Yeah, I think the game will slow up a little bit. We've just had a shower of rain, and there you'll see evidence of trying to play at the same pace, despite the fact there's a bit of moisture around now. The players will just have to ease up a fraction with their catching, passing, playing of the ball, because that shower of rain will just put a little bit of slipperiness into the play, and that makes that 12-0 lead even greater.
Watching one of the co-competition leaders tonight in Canterbury. Next week we get to see the Storm take on the Dragons at Wynn Stadium.
Okay,
the Roosters and the Titans from Allianz.
Two hands.
Got a good feeling about the Dragons. They play South Sydney this weekend. Good signs last Sunday against Cronulla. Different sort of attack. Might be ready to get on a roll. Pritchard will play it outside the 40. He was slow to his feet. Pritchard there, and Graham falls into that tackle there. 35 metres away from the Manly line, and he's slow to his feet. So now stand on to Morris. And Morris is tackled by Cherry Evans and Watmo. They're 25 away, the Bulldogs in this set. 3 tackles down. Tolman's offloaded. Ennis does the same for Reynolds. Lovely step, and a double and a duck. He's got a bit of everything, Josh Reynolds. Now he swings out in being tackled by Jamie Buhrer, or rather Foran. He came swinging with a right arm, even though he had the ball in one hand.
Double and duck, play dodgeball, haven't they?
That's it. What is it? Duck, dodge, duck. And now the kick from Reynolds is fielded by Tafua, who is being worked over tonight, the young winger, George Tafua. And with it is Batua. And Manly get another penalty, and again it's greeted with a big cheer.
Full side.
The Bulldogs have got to keep their knee on their throat here. They've got them down. They really don't want Manly to hit back before half-time and get this crowd back involved and have Manly going to the break with their tails up. They've really got to keep the pressure on here.
Well, those last 2 kicks weren't great. The one that went dead from Inu and that one from Josh Reynolds, it was a pretty easy regather. Manly now coming inside the final danger time. Tony Williams.
Boy, oh boy, there you go. There you go, Jurassic Park.
And he'll be a dog next year.
Running like that, oh hello, now he's hurt, is he? He's appealed for a penalty.
Head in, can't do that.
So Reynolds.
Head in.
The Bulldogs, suddenly penalties going against them. We told you early the count was 3-0. Now Manly lead 4-3. They've had 4 straight. And again, they start a set inside Bulldogs territory. Busy 24 hours off the field in rugby league. Kearney gone at Parramatta. And Luke Lewis, if you haven't caught up on the news, 4-year contract with the Sharks today. And now we get a match of this stature tonight to kick off round 20. Cherry Evans to play it outside the 20. Passes out the back for Foran. Faray, well read by the outside man Inu, holding up the ball. And Manly again just 15 metres away. Jackson the other tackle, Foran attacking the left side. Maddai is moving, Maddai is mobile, he's a metre out. As Ballon went bowling through, ended up off his feet. Maddai gives the death stare to Aidan Tolman. Watmo's got the ball with a Watmo jig. Now he stops, now he turns. It's the hokey pokey. He's tackled 5 metres out from the line.
Yeah, he stops because he can't run behind his teammate. Not that we hold a grudge.
Ballon away. Foran has tried a kick which has got wedged between legs. And Payne a good pickup.
They did a great job defensively there on Kieran Foran. They didn't give him any space to kick through. It was the last. He had to put boot to ball. There was nowhere to kick it.
Bulldogs almost back to their 30. Perrott will get him over the 30. Andrew John sideline.
Yeah, it's great to be enthusiastic for the Eagles, but they've got to find some signs to their attack. Their halves, Daly Cherry Evans and Kieran Foran, they must find some combination with their fullback Doom Faray. That's where they're missing Brett Stewart. The combination between the halves and the fullback.
Graham's offloaded. Stagg's gone straight through. What about his speed? And he's tackled, a try saver there by Faray. Last tackle, 20 out. Barber's with it. Here's the trouble. Barber's chipped over the top. The Wolfman is back there and he's collected by Morris. And a great game of football continues.
It was that James Graham who opened up the hole there for the runner, because he's just about slotted in at 5'8" since the departure of Chris Keating. Look at the skills of this big man. Into the path of David Stagg. He opened the hole up with the run and the pass to James Graham. Been a great acquisition, the Englishman.
No points in this game since the 15th minute. Barber scored the first try in the 9th. Perrott got the second in the 15th. And for the last 22 minutes, just gripping football.
And that's the thing. I mean, Manly find themselves down by 12, but haven't missed a tackle to concede a try. I mean, the try from Faray to Barber was handed to them. The other one was a beautifully worked chip kick off the scrum win. So it's not as though Manly have missed tackles to concede points.
I've got to breathe.
This 12 is going to be hard to drag back. They don't want it to be any more.
A long time in the restart there. He's a little liberal with things there. As Payne takes the first tackle, he's lost it. He's lost it. He'll lodge a protest. Quite animated at that. It's a hard one to win. It's like arguing with the missus. You can't beat the man in pink. And there's the hand from Ballon.
Yeah, there's a nice story looming about Corey Payne, this man, which I won't give away too much at the moment, but he's been bestowed an incredible honour, personal honour, which will, I think, be revealed shortly. Wonderful achievement.
There's now Glenn Stewart with the ball. It was offloaded there. I've got to say, Foran to me appears to be at least moving very well tonight. Very eloquently putting, they need more science about their attack, but at the very least he's having a run at them, Kieran Foran, which is encouraging and may bring a dividend in the second half. Manly 40 out, Cherry Evans away to Stewart, Stewart out the back to Faray. Good acquisition for Penrith the next couple of seasons. You'll have the oak label across the jumper as Stewart passes here to Watmo. Cut out ball, which has almost got into real trouble there. because Inu was sweating on it, but there was composure by Inu. He didn't want to commit to the bouncing ball, he just made the tackle. And Cherry Evans bombs from 30 metres out. Barber's underneath it, and Barber has lost the ball, but it's into the arms now of Perrott. Perrott is away now for Canterbury. There's a tester from Barber, and more to come.
And that's great work from Sammy Perrott. Tremendous experience there to go in behind his fullback just in case. Look where he positioned himself, so that if there was a drop ball and he had to defend, he was there. Luckily the ball came back to him and he picked it up. Great work by the experienced winger.
The actual take, Gus, was a good one by Barber. It was the hit from Lyon after landing that forced the ball loose.
Yeah, but it's a great example for young wingers there about how to support your fullback in positions like that. Perrott was right there when he was needed.
Graham's stats, by the way, James Graham, 15 tackles and 11 hit-ups in 30 minutes as Barber's kicked, fielded by Farre. If you were stopping right now for the clean-up with Keno man of the match, James Graham might just get it. He's been that good for them tonight. Manly in possession as Tafua has had so much work to do, this young winger tonight, only his 15th game. Plays at 30 metres out from the Seagulls line. Final seconds of the first half. Cherry Evans away to Stewart. One last shot from Manly. Lyon has kicked, sending Williams away. Barber's got the ball. There's no such thing as play for half-time. He's tackled by Lyon. What a first 40 minutes of football. Two heavyweights going at it. Set up early with a big tackle on Dogzilla Sam Cassiano. 2 tries to the Bulldogs in the first half. And we'll take a break, and we need to. We need to catch our breath. Canterbury leading the Seagulls in Bundaberg Friday night football by 12 points to 0.
Fox Sports Tuesday Night Football. Reliving classic rugby league.
Looks pretty good.
There's 3 games to choose from, so log on and pick your favourite.
Absolutely incredible.
Tuesday Night Football on Fox Sports. Don't wait. Vote now.
Honey, the game's about to start, so I'll just...
Immerse yourself in the action this season with a home theatre system from Harvey Norman. With a huge range from all the big brands, you'll be closer to the action than ever before.
Dad?
Harvey Norman, leader in the big game experience.
On history, winter is upon us in medieval August, and life for our ancestors was more than a game of thrones.
Virtually everybody in this period believes in demons.
Step back in time with 4 extraordinary History Channel premieres.
The whole point of armour is that it is defence against the weapons of the day.
Starting 7:30 Wednesday, August 1. Medieval August on History.
Here we go. Second half in Friday night football, the kick-off to round 20 of the Telstra Premiership. 7th last round before we get into finals football. You expect both Canterbury and Manly to be there. But if Manly lose here tonight, it just becomes a little more tricky. They could be down to 8th at the end of this weekend. And here is Pritchard, just outside the 20-metre line. Doggies with 2 tries. The 9th minute to Barber, the 15th minute to Perrott. The game played at breakneck speed at different portions of it. Here is James Graham, who has been absolutely outstanding for them tonight. Tackled there by Ballard. Now Ennis with a kick. That wasn't his first thought, but then gets it in. And all the way back to Farre inside the 20-metre line, and back he comes for men.
Well, he wanted to kick immediately, did Michael Ennis, but the play got in his way. And again, with Chris Keating on the sideline, he may take on a bigger responsibility of kicking out of dummy half in this second 40 as Manly bring it out through to Fua.
Right at the moment, the Bulldogs bench just down to 2 players. They've only got Dale Finucane down there and Greg Eastwood at the moment.
As I understand it too, Trent Hodgkinson, the second tier halfback for the Bulldogs, is out with an extended injury as well. So there's no automatic replacement as a halfback for Keating. What you're seeing here might be the Bulldogs line up for plenty of weeks to come.
Now Williams to play it. Last tackle from Manly, back to 4 and under a bit of pressure from Reynolds. High kick will come down round about the 20. Lyon won the lead. Didn't get a touch on it. The Wolfman has got it. He's offloaded back to Lyon. Beautiful pick up. Cherry Evans kicks across field. Oh, no! What a take from Brisbane Inu. He's stolen it away from George Tafua, who thought, I've got a try here.
No!
We all thought he had a try there.
You can't catch it like that.
That is an Inu play right there.
How do you catch it like that?
They invented the word enigmatic for Christian Inu. As now Canterbury counter, Stagg away to Morris. Morris gets away from Lyon. Lyon gets another crack at him. And just like that, Canterbury are 30 metres away from the Manly line. It looked for all your life, going on the full to Tafua, who would have only had to run 15 metres to score. And Inu produces that. It's a rare gem. And there's a great offload from Jackson, I think it was. Perrett's got it. Perrett away. Quick hands from Tolman. Jackson's got it back. The kid heavily involved, the boy from Mudgee. Now Ennis, away to Reynolds. Bulldogs kick, out to the wing, missed by Williams, and over the sideline.
Off Manly, is it? Touch.
It's off Manly, so it'll be a Bulldog scrum feed. Can we go back to Krishnan Inu's catch? The most laconic, lazy-looking, what's this? A one-handed snatch. Get that. You can't do that. Look, you can't do it. Here's the touch on the last play. Go back and show me Inu again.
Now he's directing the coverage.
Well, go back. I want to see that again. You can't do it.
And not another player within 10 or 15 metres. They're just out there on their lonesome.
What's this? What's this? You can't do that.
Well, he has and he did. And he did and he has. And Canterbury with a scrum feed, 10 out. Ready to strike. There is Graham standing outside the scrum again. Tackled by Stewart. 5 away on tackle number 1, Wadmo. Well, he falls in love with Graham on the ground. They've just about got to go for goal here, don't they? At 12-0.
Yeah.
2 points.
Yeah, look, I hate kicking for penalty goal, but sometimes it just screams at you, take the 2 points, and this is one of those times. What's the penalty for here?
Well, Watmo just, I guess he just hangs around a little too long. Let's go down to the sideline. Andrew Johns, the latest on the injuries before this kick from Inu.
Yeah, the early diagnosis I'm seeing Cassiano at this stage, maybe a depressed fracture of the cheekbone. Have a look at this for a collision. Bang. Now, if that's the case, I spoke to a doctor. That's an operation, and that's 6 weeks on the sideline. So fingers crossed for all Bulldogs fans, that's not the case. But at this stage, you'll obviously have scans tomorrow. So that's terrible news for Sam.
Just on replay there, I didn't realise that there'd been such a head clash. Completely accidental. Jason King rushing up. And Inu about to put his team outside of 2 converted tries in front.
And a demonstration ever again of how tough a game rugby league is. Look at that King on Cassiano. Goal to the Bulldogs. They lead 14-0 in Bundaberg. Friday night football. Minutes into the second half, and the blue and white fans having a good night.
No tea out there, guys.
Manly, just the 1 try last week. Then our kicking team. Boys come in from the eastern side of the ground with it.
Just make sure you're behind.
Play back underway with Daly Cherry Evans at 14-0. Bulldogs 2 tries and now 3 goals to Brisbane Inu. And Manly, in the last 100 and, what are we talking now, 160 minutes, they've just got the 1 try against Parramatta and the 1 try against Newcastle. That's the sum of their last 4 halves of football.
And conceded plenty.
And again, Anthony. Hold.
Conceded 70, in fact, in that period of time. So Payne's got it, almost back to the 40.
And in the 40 minutes prior to that, they scored 40. So it's gone from one extreme to the other, hasn't it?
Penthouse to the you-know-where. Bulldogs 5 metres inside their own half, and Reynolds kicks low. May have deflected there off Foran. Fielded by Tafua. He's going to be better for the experienced George Tafua if Manly are playing in the finals this year, and George to have a game like this under his belt. Here is Lussick, and the defence quickly off the line. The Bulldogs hug up. Tolman there first with Jackson. Got to hand it to Des Hasler. The faith is shown as away goes Foran, running freely. Will take on Barber. Barber strips the ball. Well, there's another enigmatic player. Picked up by Madai. Play on for Manly. Barber attacked Foran like a dog to a bone. Now the ball's lost and penalty, and almost sin-binnable, if that's a word.
Don't, not now.
Madai wanted the bid.
Yeah, you're right, mate, you're right.
Ballin wants to take the tap, keep it going. No time, get an oxygen tank for us, we're going to need it. Nullarbaugh's got the ball. Tackled there by Graham. 5 away. 7.5 into the second half. Manly close to their first points of the night. Lyon fends it along. The Wolfman does a little jump. And he's roped in there by Morris. Now 15 from the line. Stewart up into centre field. Here goes Watmo again. And Watmo brings it back to the post. Carries Jackson and Tolman with him. The fans left here at Brookie, the fortress, for a nice ball. Williams has cut in half. Great tackle there. It may have been Ennis. The ball comes back centre field for Nullarbau. The Bulldogs down a man at the moment.
It's Reynolds, I think.
Reynolds is the man who made the tackle on the T-Rex. He staggers. Now for Cherry Evans. He passes for Stewart. Stewart a dummy, and again scramble from the Bulldogs. They've got it back with Wright. That is sensational from Canterbury.
Yeah, it's great defence. Great defence. It wasn't so good at the start of it when Kieran Foran raced through and went 40, 50 metres. But they finished the set off nicely, and now Pritchard tries to step out of a tackle, can't do so.
Well, it is when you consider how potent Manly can be down that right side with Stewart and Lyon there. And not for the first time tonight, they've been cut short. What about the bravery of Reynolds? The tackle on Tony Williams as now staggers back to the 30. And what about it if the Bulldogs lose two halves tonight? Inu's kick more high than long, although Williams lets it bounce, and it's a friendly one. He's got it now. And it's a rare night when the Wolfman doesn't score at Brookvale.
He's our guest host on the Sunday Footy Show at 11 o'clock this Sunday. Williams hits the ball forward and it goes sideways.
Reynolds racing up, made the tackle. Now, he's the ankle tap king. He's got Faray there. He's the best there is.
Well, he was knocked out earlier. He was out and groggy and all over the place. Now he's come up with 2 great tackles.
I seem to remember it was the Manly clash in the first half of the year where he pulled off a couple of really magic ankle taps. As Williams now passes to Matai with a dummy, he turned Perrott around. Now he's been knocked down. Foran had a bit to say.
He got a slap across the face from Chris and Inu.
Both referees were close enough, unobstructed views of it. Cherry Evans' kick bounces awkwardly. Barber's let it go!
It's a try.
They've got a try, no question.
Oh, yes.
Barber was turned around, just got lazy for a moment. And Killer Lyon is there to strike a killing blow to score.
Yeah, he knows that he's got it. And in the end, he had a bit of time and a bit of room to execute in. Then Barber willing this ball dead. Daly Cherry Evans kicking deliberately, not high, not low, but bouncing in a difficult fashion for Ben Barber. And Damien Lyon, he's even had a look, Ben Barber. He's looked both sides, and Damien Lyon, it doesn't get any better than that. No doubt.
He's the best kick chaser in the business and has been for a long time, Jamie Lyon.
Well, here it is. It'll be Manly's first try of the night in Friday night football. It is 14-4.
Jamie Lyon.
Lyon will convert from in front. There it is. 14-6. Well, that has livened up the crowd. Now if they can do the double strike, remembering the Bulldogs are down to 2 on their bench. It is quite a test.
I was looking for it, mate. Looking for it.
Referees a bit of banter between Sador and Cummins.
There you go, here you go.
And Kristaninu, an interesting restart. This one, a lot of height, a bit of swing on it. Almost missed the fairway. And Stewart comes up with it for men. So the Seagulls have their first try of the night. And he won last week. It was Brett Cott who scored it against Newcastle. Now Ballon scampers off, makes 10.
He's running more tonight, Matty Ballon. He hasn't been that busy at a dummy half in recent weeks that I've seen, but he's had a couple of darts this evening.
I heard the referee clearly say milking there on Ballon with the tackle from Tolman. Lussick, nice footwork there to get him past the first line. The first man coming up. Tackle Manly to a bomb. They're going to test out Benny Barber again. Barber will go up. Oh, Barber has got it and then is knocked off his feet. That is a magnificent take from Ben Barber. He gets questioned under the high ball. This is what you call passing the examination with honours.
And he's fallen awkwardly here. His elbow, watch his elbow come down first into the ground, bang. And that hurts. That's a real danger there of popping your collarbone off the top of your shoulder. Let's hope he's all right. He looks okay. He came down heavily there.
And they really needed that take there, Canterbury. It's been a bad 6 minutes, 7 minutes for them. 4 and straight through. 2 pretty ordinary kicks gave the Manly side field position. And now they're backing it up with defence.
Oh, this is brutal. As Ballon came up with his 36th tackle of the night, he really made it count and Jonathan right. Oh, well, Glenn Stewart's gone a little high on Graham, who was falling into the tackle. And now Payne, they come up on Corey Payne. Well, the Seagulls have got angry. There's only 1 chip out there for 13 to share. And they're showing plenty of hunger. Reynolds kicked short, knocked off his feet. He stayed down, played for a penalty. Manly have got it. Foreigners with the ball. Ben Cummins said that's all right. He had no dramas. It didn't look to be a big collision. Williams has got it now for Manly. He is collared by Inu, and there's a penalty. This game is alive and
that's all right, Christian. Just up high, mate.
Yeah,
that's all right.
This may as well be in front of 100,000 tonight.
I've just got time out here. Just wait a moment.
Watch the challenge on Reynolds again.
No, that's fine. It's in slow motion. Watmo, he didn't change his line. It wasn't particularly late. It was just a collision that can happen. It wasn't a great option again from Josh Reynolds. I know they were deep and it was unexpected, but again, Manly football in good field position.
Eastwood back out there now for the Bulldogs as Lussick takes another run. He's done some good work tonight, 16 tackles and 8 hit-ups, 25 metres away from this Canterbury line, 14-6, only 13 minutes into the second half. On what is unfolding as a pretty special night down here, we expected nothing less. Back to centre field with Lussick again. And the Canterbury goal line defence is being thoroughly tested here. Ballon on the fingertips of Rodney Williams there. Just about scores if he offloads. Ballon back to Watmo. Watmo to Lussick. Here is Stewart. Lyon is lurking. Lyon's got it. Will set it up. No, not this time. Bulldogs get across there on Williams.
Did Josh Morris back him over the sideline there?
Darcy,
just done a great job again because Lyon gets this ball to Williams with a little bit of room to move, and how does he get over the sideline? He does.
Oh, well picked up, Sterling.
He gets backsided over.
Point to point even.
Crowd just under 17,000 here tonight at Brookvale. Canterbury have possession, but they have been under assault for the last 5 or 6 minutes and have conceded a try. And now even coming out of trouble with the ball in hand, they're getting hammered by Manly. And Williams really trying to lift the player up, Tony. You've had some dramas this year. As East with the Canterbury, almost back to the 30. That's the sort of run you want when a bloke's coming back from the bench. Tolman and Payne off the field at the moment, Canterbury. Now with Jackson, great run. Josh Jackson threw himself into the defence there. Graham, the ball player, out to Pritchard. And Frank the Tank is tackled by Stewart. It is pretty effective set from Canterbury. They've needed this. Now Barber. Michael Ennis will bomb this time. Faray is across to it. He's had a pretty good night in Faray. No Brett Stewart, the Baron of Brookvale here tonight. Manly down one of their key men. Here is Williams to centre field. Oh, and Williams is lifted and driven by Eastwood. The Beast and the Wolfman go head to head. Now Ballon with the ball for Manly. And Jackson's there in defence with Graham. I was wondering whether Jackson's had any time off the field tonight. The young bloke, he feels like he's been out there for all of the 56 minutes. Again, great show of faith from Des Hasler. As now Ballon, they play it right up to the line. Foran to Faray.
Excellent cover on the inside from Graham.
Ballon away to Foran, keeps it alive. They're very flat from Maddow. Dribbles a kick off the boot. Inu can't get to it. I reckon that was played at, but Canterbury have come up with it. And the Bulldogs survive that little onslaught from Manly. And Ennis has it for Canterbury. Barber, dummy up a little. Well, there's a pause and looked up at Ballon. What's going on there? He was down on one. Maybe he was proposing. I don't know. He was on one knee looking up to him. Here's Graham with it.
Might have been proposing something.
So played on halfway by the Englishman. Ennis will go again for Stagg on the Pritchard. Nice play, beautiful play in fact for Barber. Barber unloads for Jonathan Wright. He's back in field. Jonathan Wright almost away. Ballon got him. Ball comes loose. Manly have got it. Manly get the ball, and Ballon's 41st tackle for the night was a good one. A big one on Jonathan Wright.
Well, the next try scorer in this game takes on gigantic proportions. They've got the running at the moment, Manly, but they still trail by 8.
Remembering Canterbury, only 4 tries conceded in the final 20 minutes of matches this year. Foran is offloaded. Manly will need at least 2. Williams has tackled himself. He's got it away to Tafua. And Tafua's away! He's beaten Parrott! Now only Barber in front! George Tafua takes on Barber! Barber tries to rivet the ball again! And Tafua is tackled 11 metres away. Matai, Cherry Evans, Canterbury offside, wide out. Now the ball from Faray. Lyons got it. Flick pass to Williams. Tackled by Morris. Referees played advantage.
And good advantage it was.
22 minutes remain. And we're seeing minutes in the game like it's the final 60 seconds. It's great football. Incredible tension here. Manly with Ballon. No, he's lost it through the legs. Play on. Foran. Williams. He'll run back infield. Now he straightens up. He's played a bit of 5'8 this time too. Played 5'8 in the Dincrust Super Grand Final just a few years ago. Cherry Evans steps into trouble. Has offloaded to Stewart. Stewart through the centre. He offloads for Ballon. Away to Watmo. Watmo one-hander. Taken by Williams. This is Faray. Faray with a step.
But tackled by Reynolds. Still 10 metres out. Ballon
under Watmo. Angled. Run again. Beautiful ball. To the co-captain. Jason King to score. It'll be 2 points the difference in just a moment. What a try to Jay King.
He doesn't get many, Jason King, but he will love every bit of this one. Wonderful effort here from Anthony Watmo. He went across 3 defenders to open up that gap for the big man on the outside, straight through it.
He scores here at Brookie. The score is now 14-12 with 19 to go.
Yeah, Teddy play. Lovely work from Anthony Watmore, knew exactly what he was doing to open it up for his co-captain. And after that try was scored, a very generous round of applause for Matt Ballin, who's come to the sideline after a huge hour of involvement. And Jamie Burer, the final fresh man for Manly, is out there to work out of dummy half.
And just to complete the local junior story, it was a Narrabeen Shark to a Belrose Eagle. Watmore to King. Harry Stewart knocked off his feet there in the tackle of Finucane. Young Dale Finucane in only his 5th game. What about Watmore's footwork when he is in form? He's such a hard target. His kite launches himself at Tolman. Manly trail by 2. They trail by 12 after just 15 minutes tonight. And since the 15th minute, the Bulldogs restricted to just 1 penalty goal. Cherry Evans kicks from halfway. Jonathan Wright stands back deep. He's with it. Right from outside his own goal line. He'll be pushed back by Manly.
And that penalty goal you were talking about, that's the only penalty the Dogs have received since 3 early in the game.
Now Morris, risky ball, and Perrott is with it. Perrott's got away from one. Now across field goes Sam Perrott. Perrott finds the next gear, but Lyon and Williams have him. 41 metres out from the Bulldogs line. Just a classic game of football here tonight. Round 20 of the Telstra Premiership. You're watching it on 9 as Finucane with the ball. 20 years of age thrown into battle on a night like this. 35 away from the Manly line. Tolman, nice work to Eastwood. Draws in the defence. Bureau there to make the tackle. Last it is 20 metres out from the line. Both tries have come from kicks for Canterbury. Reynolds has launched it out towards the wing. Tafua attacks it. Inu copped a check coming through, but deemed legal, I think by Maddai it was. And here he is with the ball now, Steve Maddai. And if you're wondering why there was no challenge on Tafua, the protection was pretty good. Now Kite with it. Tolman raced up out of the line to make the tackle. Again, reminded you, Bulldogs only 2 players on the bench. Cassiano and Keating, both out of the match in the first quarter tonight. And now Cherry Evans on to Farrow. Farrow with a little prop off the right foot there. Pritchard's made the tackle on him. Last tackle, 35-metre game in this set from Manly. Cherry Evans goes for a kick at a low variety. He'll find the line. From 5 metres inside his own half to inside the Bulldogs' 10.
It's been a quality game, hasn't it? And we're going to get a grandstand finish, only 2 points of difference, but the physicality of it, the emotion of it, the skill. These two teams have torn into each other. Both of them have had the ascendancy at some stage. The Bulldogs have never been headed in the contest so far. Cassiano showing the scars of the early exchanges. He's up in the grandstand. This is set for a classic finish, isn't it?
We've got How's That coming up on Channel 9. You would have seen the promos. That will start shortly. The incredible true story that changed Australian sport forever. I was just thinking of Manly last second finishes. They did one back in round 10 this year against Brisbane at Suncorp. And it was the Wolfman who scored the match-winning try. They are capable.
They went 100 metres to get it then, right?
Exactly. Away for Perrott. He's away for Canterbury. Put a fend on, and Watmo wanted him over the sideline. Couldn't get him there.
Well, they're on top in this game. They're just behind on the scoreboard.
40 metres away from their own try line now, Canterbury. And Reynolds does his little jig and pass there to Finucane, who's lifted up by Burer, then managed to squeeze the ball out. Canterbury 5 inside their own territory. So, work it out, 15.5 minutes to go, 2 points the difference. And Pritchard's got it for Canterbury, left arm free, but put down by Lyon and Cherry Evans. Last it is for Canterbury. Back for Ennis, big responsibility for him with 1 half down. Oh, that dipped on Faray there. At the last moment, the heart would have been in the mouth of so many Manly fans here. And Manly fans watching at home. Watmo is coming off for Manly. That's unexpected. Williams has got the ball, rolls through the tackle of Reynolds. Not sure what the problem is there. Trainer went straight to him. Whether it's a scheduled pit stop or not, Joey will check on it. Manly 5 metres inside the Canterbury half. Kite with it. On to King. And King is taken low down by Eastwood. Over the top was Pritchard. Now Buren to Cherry Evans. On to Stewart. Stewart, nice pass. Ryan kicks. Here goes Williams. Barber's across there. Barber is hit by Williams, but comes up with possession. He's had one embarrassing moment tonight, Benny Barber, but the rest of it has been quality. Canterbury back with a ball, but inside their 10. This is heavy work for them. The team that has won 7 straight. Not since 2004 have they won 8 in a row. They're going to have to work very hard for it tonight. Don't think they can defend a 2-point lead for the final 15. And Finucane is offloaded. Nice work. Ennis got the good touches from the young bloke. Well, Stagg is falling. He's been collected there by Stewart. He's okay. Staying straight to his foot.
There was nothing in that, but it's a great penalty for the Dogs.
Hey, Josh.
That was coming up to the last tackle, and they'd struggled to get out.
The perception is you're running
sideline to Andrew Johns.
Watmo, he's on the bike. There's no problem with him. He's just having a breather. So they're saving up maybe for a last 5-minute stint. See him there, he's in good shape.
Yeah, Watmo stats tonight, Joey, 30 tackles and 12 hit-ups in his 65 minutes on the field. That tackle count second only to Ballin's 41. So Canterbury off the restart inside the Manly half. 14 to 12. And 35 away from the line. Kite made the tackle there on Tolman. There's now Finucane away. And Stagg is the man tackled. Still unsigned for next year. Bit of mail about, but he'll be off to Newcastle. There's Pritchard's with it. There's a good pass. And Canterbury start to get it together. This would hurt Manly if Bulldogs come up with a 4-pointer here big time. Eastwood, the beast, he cut offload. Tackled by King, tackled by Nullavow. 5 from the line, Ennis back to centre field. Reynolds is kicked. There's no one there. Yes, there is. Faray has come across to slam the door shut for a line dropout.
He read that well there, Dean Faray. And I think the kick got a little bit of a deflection as it went through the line too. Reynolds saw that Manly were up quickly, put it in. And Faray came past the post, got into the in goal and picked it up.
He's not a first-grade game tonight. Ben Faray, he's done an outstanding job at fullback. It's such a high-pressure game. Cherry Evans line dropout. This is a wobbly one towards the sideline, and there it goes. It beats Perrott. He'll be tackled in his own half the way it's going. Here come Manly. They'll chase him across field. Sammy Perrott not caught yet. Now he is. He's lost it, and a knock on.
Wow.
What a result for Manly.
Well, it doesn't get any better than that from a line dropout. He got an ugly bounce. He took his time getting back to it, but then he came into an almighty collision and coughed it up and put that down as maybe a huge moment in the game. Good effort by Manly to get down there, put him under pressure and come up with the turnover punch. And the Sea Eagles, with this big home crowd right at their backs, starting to finish the better.
I'll give you a hypothetical right now, Sterling. If Manly get a penalty anywhere in the Bulldogs half, would they look to get it to 14 all, or would they smell blood in the water and look to post the try?
Just let him in, he's got the loose, let him in.
They make it 14 all.
Jason,
I think they know.
You've got the feed, Jason. You've got the feed. Bend it.
King.
I think they know they've got the running, but you couldn't take that much of a risk.
Finucane and Jason King sized up in that scrum, as now Faray is caught there by Josh Morris, 35 metres away from the Bulldogs line. This is Stewart, up he comes. Panthers and Roosters will have for you from Centrebet Stadium Sunday, 4 o'clock. Rivalry round, and the 03 grand finalists go head to head.
Well, you'd be looking for Tony Williams' involvement in this 20-metre zone.
There's Buren working Williams' way, Foran with it, and Foran has almost packed his head through the line there. 9 away now. Ballon dummy half. Tolman made another tackle. Here is Williams, gets wound up. The T-Rex, 5 away, last tackle. What a big kick coming up right now. Ballon for Cherry Evans, steadies for this one. Cherry Evans kick, it'll be up to Jonathan Wright, will it? Yes! Okay. And Wright has got the ball. Back he comes to the 20-metre line, takes it on the run. Jonathan Wright for the Bulldogs, big play.
And again, there was plenty of protection there for the catcher. He is excellent in the areas. Jonathan Wright scored the last try for the Bulldogs last week against Parramatta, flying through the air to pluck out the kickers. Michael Ennis, good dummy. Extra couple of metres for him.
Canterbury have just made their 7th change for the night. James Graham back out there for young Josh Jackson. What a night he has had. Tolman with the ball for Canterbury. He is tackled.
There's less than 10 minutes to go here. I can't believe it.
It's been a hell of a game of footy. As Finucane away for Reynolds, then on for Inu. I tell you what, there's a lot of football in this young Dale Finucane. He's come out there, cool head, fed it on, offloaded, taken the good hit-ups. Last tackle, Reynolds kicks, and there may be trouble with that challenge from Ballon. Faray, there'll be trouble with that challenge. Pritchard's got the ball, away to Graham who tries a kick. James Graham's produced a kick for Morris. But I've got Crowder about the challenge on the first kicker. I've got trouble with the challenge on the man trying to catch it. And then James Graham has produced a kick.
You got a lot of trouble.
Well, that's true too.
Let's see how we go here. Josh Morris holding the ribs. Was the last man to get the ball, but let's go right back to the start of it. And the first kick goes up. They're onside. Does he get a shot at that Dean Faray? What about the quick thinking here from James Graham?
I think David Stagg just runs into him. I don't think Stagg goes up for the ball, but then curls himself up and just charges into Faray, who's come forward. And I don't think Faray's denied a chance. He'll go up Stagg, but then he pulls his hands out and just bumps him away. I don't know.
Yep. So no try to call. The crowd are up, and they will say knock on, so change over.
Knock on. Wait there, wait.
So does that mean, because they say knock on, that means they're fine with the challenge on Faray. So if they don't knock it on, it's a try.
Yeah.
So the challenge on Faray, because a penalty to Manly here is a better result than a change over.
Yeah.
Well, I'm staggered by it.
Well,
pardon the pun.
Well, yeah, but you know, there wasn't much in it. But I thought it was an unfair challenge, but in the end, no try. 9 minutes to go.
And it's Manly now starting to look a little bit tired out there. Ballon back into the game. Burer kept out there as a running back rower.
Now Foran away to Tony Williams. Oh, put the fend on Inu. And that was offloaded. Away goes to Fua. Nice moves from Georgie, and he's tackled there by Eastwood. This is what no stops to pass. With it is Faray. He'll try and link up here with Lyon. Faray finds speed and is tackled 40 metres away from the Canterbury line. Last tackle. They got across there. It was Stagg. The high ball from Cherry Evans. Barber's underneath it. Barber's got it. Every second vital at the moment as Canterbury defend a 2-point lead. Inside the final 8 minutes now. Perrin. Attack there by Foran. And it's Bulldog to the ground, if you don't mind. 10 metres out from the Canterbury goal line. Now Barber. There's been some superb defensive sets tonight where it's been quite brutal. So aggressive, both teams.
They might have to go a couple of passes wide here once or twice for Bulldogs to just get on the outside of this rushing defence. That's 4 tackles now, only 25 out. They'll be kicking from deep again.
Just over 7 minutes remaining, only 25 metres made in the set. And Inu's the choice kicker this time. Inu's kick on the bounce. Williams lets another bounce. He's touched that. Oh, Williams has got the ball. I thought he touched it. It must have been close, just outside the 20. Faray goes wide. There's a nice tackle from Reynolds on to Fuller. Manly with Matai. Matai is hit. That time by Finucane.
Quality game. Quality game. I don't care who wins from here, but quality game. Gee, they've been into each other.
And here's Tafua taking another run. George Tafua, he's been worked over in defence under high balls and hammered when he's got it. Kite to Cherry Evans. Quick exchange for Stewart. The look for Lyon. Lyon pulls it in beautifully. And Lyon trying to worm his way through the tackle. Last it is, this time only 16-metre gain from Manly. How tense is this? Cherry Evans, huge kick from inside his 40. Down the throat of Barber. So Benny Barber wants to link up with Perrott. Perrott will take the run back, but not at any great speed, and pays the price as Bura gets through.
Just under 6 minutes to go now. They'll probably get 3 opportunities, Manly, provided they don't concede penalties.
And now Barber, dummy half, and Eastwood with the ball. They're all in a heap here. The Bulldogs, centre of the ground. I don't think you're going to see any flash football in this set.
No, they've decided to protect a 2-point lead. If they win, they'll win by 2 by the look of it.
This is young Josh Jackson back out there now. He replaced Finucane just moments ago. Graham's got the ball. James Graham takes another hit up. His 20th for the night. Add to that 29 tackles. Now Barber's got the right kick for the right time. He's turned Williams around. Now it's going for the corner. And the Wolfman takes it over the sideline. Canterbury will get a scrum feed from a shrewd kick from Benny Barber. We'll take a break. 14-12, and not a moment that David Williams wants to relive. Didn't get there on the full. He took an awkward bounce, and then he was caught between, do I play at it, with the players coming through? By playing at it, he's taken it over the sideline.
Just stay there, you got to stay in. Yeah, but don't
really tough.
Just stay there, centre. Hey, you're right, Dean.
Scrum to form 10 metres out from the line. Manly stopped the clock but have had to stay bound. And you can see Jamie Bura's up in the front row.
In you go. 2 hands. Yeah, bring it in.
But Canterbury have the scrum feed. 10 away from the line. It ain't over till it's over, even if the Bulldogs score here. We learnt that Monday night and many other times this season. Ennis a dummy half. On it comes for Jackson. Jackson tackled there by Bura and Ballon. Ennis a dummy half. The Bulldogs keep it tight. Tolman, Ennis away to Barber. Barber gets moving. Beautiful ball to Pritchard. Pritchard bounces away from one. Kite comes over the top. Makes the tackle with Glenn Stewart. 14-12. Just over 4 to go. Pritchard has a little nap. Not probably the time. Ennis now away to Tolman. Back to the Ennis. Ennis away to Reynolds. Reynolds runs round the back of one and knocked off his feet. Oh, they say penalty. Maddai is penalised at 14-12.
Hey.
Josh Reynolds went straight down. It was a wrapping tackle, not much to it at all.
Gee, that's harsh. That is really harsh. At this stage, at that scoreline, in this game,
No, what are we doing?
with the contact we've seen tonight,
What's going on?
that's a harsh penalty.
Come on, Mick, you're the captain.
Suttles quite rightly giving a bit of hurry up here to the Bulldogs. He's just soaking up time without passing on any decision. It's the slow, quick tap which will become the kick for Lyon, and now they're saying we will take the tap. He pointed up at the post, but Verwood will take the tap. Did you buy a car off Michael Ennis? Yeah, didn't get the muffler and fall off when you drove it out of the driveway. Here's Ennis. He passes away nicely there from Stagg. Pritchard's got the ball. Pritchard is 5 from the line, tackled around the legs by Cherry Evans and Watmough. 14-12 in what has been a grand game of football. With the greatest of respect to the other teams, I hope these two sides clash in September at some stage. Ennis with it, has passed to Eastwood, back to Ennis, on it comes for Barber. There is Reynolds, he steps up to Williams! He went straight over the limbo stick of Tony Williams and will play it just about over the try line. Well, he's walked off the mark. He's gone back, he has to play it on the try line. If you want to get technical, Barber away to Tolman. Tolman collected there by Stewart. Last tackle for Canterbury. Now there's 2.5 to go. Barber's got it off the post. Barber's got it back. Barber's got the ball. Well, you can give me any magician you like in the world. Copperfield, the whole lot. I'll just watch Benny Barber. 10.
Yeah, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, saying that he aimed at that as Hugh Jackman finds a smile despite having the Manly scarf around his neck. Ben Barber, it was in the first half early in the game, it was Manly aiming at the posts, the big pads. Got one on one occasion, just missed on another, and Ben Barber out of dummy half, along the ground, at the post, and volleys through as easy as you like.
Lazinu converts. We're inside the final 60 seconds. And the Bulldogs, as of tonight, will be top of the table, 2 clear of Melbourne.
I can remember back to the last time these two teams played, and Manly finished a little the stronger and were too good. And I can remember Des Hasler at the post-match press conference, and he had this little wry smile on his face. He said, "We'll be back. Don't worry about us." He said, "We'll be back."
They've come back to Brookvale to inflict the 3rd defeat of the season on Manly. Inu lost it off the kick-off. Manly will get one last crack for points, and they will have a go. Stewart's got the ball. It probably deserves to be a 2-point ball game at full time. Lyon close to the sideline there in the Morris tackle. This will be the last play of the game. Cherry Evans will bomb across field. Here come the Manly troops. Tony Williams is there and lost it, and it's taken dead by Preston Inu. But you've got to stand and applaud for the players of both teams tonight. That has been a super game of rugby league. But the bottom line, and you'll read about it tomorrow. In fact, you read about the build-up all week, but you'll read tomorrow, Canterbury, 8 straight wins for the first time since 2004. And the Blue and Whites, under the Manly great Des Hasler, are top of the table.
This has been a presentation of Fox Sports in partnership with the National Rugby League.
This program brought to you by TAB Sportsbet.